Hi, welcome back. I know it's been a little bit, guys, and thank you so much for being patient. I've been doing quite a bit of different kinds of projects and stuff like that, and I got some information that I'm looking into when it comes to my own family. I'm learning so much about certain things that were kept hidden. That aside, there's a few things that I wanted to touch base with you guys. If you do want to leave me an email, I have a new email that I'm going to be posting on YouTube there. So you can hit me up with that, because the other one I've had since grade 7, xox underscore under chick underscore xox at hotmail.com. And honestly, it's not the most professional one that I've ever had. I do have a Gmail account now, and I'm going to be uploading that. I'm going to be putting that on there, so you guys will have the link, okay? If you want to make any donations, everything is gratefully appreciated on this channel, because it does help put towards the time and effort that I put into these videos. And you could do that through PayPal, or you could do e-transfer if you're in Canada. United States, I don't think does e-transfer, so don't worry about that. I've been doing some research as well on some herbology, different flowers when it comes to things that are growing in my backyard, learning about them, learning about the different qualities and the medicinal properties of each of them. I do not spray my backyard with chemicals, minus whatever if they're spraying in the sky, but typically I don't use any preservatives or anything like that. When I pick the flowers from the backyard, I pick them at the time they grow. I bring them inside, I cleanse them, and then I let them air dry. Usually takes a couple weeks, but other than that, like, it's not that time consuming except for the picking of the flowers. So far right now, all I've got, I've written down for lilac, purple nettle. There's two different kinds. There's one that looks like pink and one that's patchy and it's purple. So it can either be called dead nettle or stinging nettle. And then I've also got forget-me-nots, you know, the tiny little flowers that grow. And then I've also got for cloves. Now I've done my extensive research on each of them. Oh, and I've got pine on the back of here as well. So I can read those for you guys. I am gonna still be doing the tarot reading. Yes, I will do one per zodiac per month. And yes, it is free at this time. If I'm going to be doing anything extended, it's going to be for those that are members only, or if you contact me directly and you request a reading, okay? Because my time is valuable and I do understand my worth and my value, and I'm not going to accept anything less than that. I've been putting a lot of time and a lot of effort. I have been urged to take a bit of a breather, so you didn't see me for the past couple days if you follow, and you're probably wondering, oh, what happened, right? I'm okay. I've just been diving down rabbit holes and then pulling Alice out of it. I'm finding out a lot about my history, my family history, and it's really been helping me. It's been giving me a more calm sense of being. It's kind of added some of the puzzle pieces, if you know what I mean. Sorry, I'm trying to get this all at once. I'm kind of excited because, like, I haven't been with you guys in a little bit, and I thank all you subscribers, even the new ones. Thank you for joining us here. There is more than enough content to go through from day one when I first began to now in 2025. And I've got a wide range of different things. I love to sing, I love to dance, I love to do my artwork. I try my best to promote my artwork on here occasionally. I love tarot reading. I really do enjoy the things that I post on here, and hopefully you guys enjoy them too. Like I said, I put a lot of time and effort, and I try to do at least one video a day. I think it's been 3 days or 2 days that I haven't been on here, and I was guided to take a bit of a breather, just relax and do my research and kind of dive deep into that. And I've got an art project that I'm going to be starting as well, which I'm really excited about, and I'm not going to be saying exactly what I'm doing, but let's get started on this. I'm going to do other videos for the readings. I think we have, how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 left. And it is near the end of the month, so I'm going to have to cram them all in. But they're usually only 30 minutes a piece, so that's not too bad. If I sit here, I meditate, I take my time, take breaks in between, because it can be exhausting depending on the reading. I usually, if you've followed my videos, I don't get too in-depth and detail. for good reason, because that would extend the reading far beyond 30 minutes. I keep it as clean as possible. Mind my language. Sometimes I do cuss, and I do say some provocative things as well during the reading. Disclaimer for YouTube. I think I checked that little box. It's not excluded to individuals under 18, but it's not meant for kids. Okay, it's not meant for children. Sorry, I shouldn't say kids. But yeah, all right, let's get into this. So the research I've been doing, because I am really a big fan of teas, and I have all sorts of teas in my cupboard, and I've got a long list of ones that I'm going to be going through, but these are the ones that I've done so far. And some of them, you'd be surprised at the medicinal value that they hold, even down to youth, okay? So like the whole idea of fountain of youth. So I've got a bit of gematria in here, tarot for the numbers. You can associate those and take it as it resonates. Numerology, same thing. And then I've got, depending on the color of the flower, for chakra color as well, all right, to give you in-depth, more information for each flower. So we're gonna start off with lilac, all right? So that broke down to a 1, the word, lilac. It broke down to a 1. So that's adding all the characters up. It's only 1 to 9 in gematria, and then reducing it. And when you get 10, 0 is not the value because it's only 1 to 9. So that would be 1. So you could take that as a tarot number, numerology, like your life path number. And yeah, okay. So the symbolism: youthful beauty, innocence, renewal, love, purity, new beginnings. This is for lilac. You know those little purple flowers that you see growing on the tall trees, the bushes? Spiritual significance, inner wisdom, transformation, renewal, awakening, spirituality, happiness, tranquility, hope. Okay, those are just some of them there. And then I've got on the side here, I got a little download, Fae Folk Thank You. So if you do any offerings for your past loved ones, or if you have any folk ties or anything like that, they thank you for the offering of lilac. Syringa vulgaris. So that would be the technical term for lilac, okay? Just keep up with me here. So that breaks down to a 3 for syringa, and vulgaris breaks down to a 1. So 3 and 1 is 4. And then they come in the colors white, purple, pink, sometimes blue, but it's more like an indigo, okay? So medicinal values or characteristics of this plant, what it can be used for. You can use any kind when you dry them out, as long as they're not toxic. Like buttercup, you do not want to ingest that, but it's good as a topical or an ointment. It helps any kind of rashes or blisters, but do your research. Always do your research behind all that I'm telling you right now. If you're going to be drinking it right now, I've got a teacup, and it's full of lilac, forget-me-not, purple nettle, and I didn't put cloves in it this time, but I put a mix of a few other things like sumac. If you know what sumac is, I haven't filled that one out yet, but I'll get to it in a different video, okay? So for lilac, enhance well-being, boost the immune system, relief of sunburns, hives or fever, supports respiratory, alleviates pain, eases anxiety or stress, used as an antifungal, treats skin ailments, prevents aging, eliminates parasites, you heard me correct, improves odor, used as an astringent, helps with menstruation, and anti-inflammatory. So that's for lilac. There's many other medical value to this too, but those ones are specific that I pick out. If there's anything that I state in here that you don't understand, like astringent, just look it up on Google, okay? What else we got here? Insight, truthfulness, joy, and kindred spirit. And then I've got the little symbol there as well. So this is kind of what they look like. I haven't colored them in or nothing. This is going to be in my journal, my notebook, whatever you want to call it. They grow in a bush, and they can be in little clusters like that, tiny dark purple or white. And then they open up and they can be very vibrant, very pink, very purple. They smell amazing when the breeze blows by. It is my favorite flower. That and lavender. 2 purple flowers, of course, go figure. Oh, and I did my hair up. I don't know if you've seen the video. This stuff is gonna last for like 6 months or more. It is so vibrant. I don't know if you can see it from there. Maybe if I turn the camera. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, it's time consuming. It took me a little bit, but let me tell you, it is worth it. So worth it. Okay, on to the next one, purple nettle. Spiritual, meaning happiness, also known as purple archangel. There is significance for May 8th if you want to do your research for that as well. Also known as pixie shoes because of the way they grow. Cancels out negative spells when drank in a tea. Can also be offered to Shiva or is symbolic of Shiva. Symbolism, cheerfulness, determination, and tenacity. All right, and purple nettle breaks down to a 7 and a 4, which would be 2. Because it's a... Oh, did I do that right? 7 and a 4? Yeah. Yeah, 11, it's 2. Okay, so the medicinal properties, astringent, antifungal. This is for purple nettle. Now, like I said, it grows patchy on the grass. And those would be like the darker purple, and then the longer ones that grow up that almost look like little pixie shoes, those are more pink. Both are edible, both are good for you, okay? Just make sure you clean them. The pink ones, if you don't wash and dry them properly, they stink. Like let's say you leave them wet in a bucket, the pink ones really like reek, but you want to dry them out. I just put them on coffee filters. You know, like I clean them all, pick them all, and I put them on coffee filters and I let them dry out that way. So it's an astringent as well, antifungal, antibacterial. It's a diuretic, tightens skin. It's a diaphoric, a purgative, okay? Vitamin C, A, and K. It's also iron supplement as well. It has fiber, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, immunostimulating. So it's like a boost for the immune system as well. It's good for fever or chills. It's a skin coolant. Circulation. Reduces muscle tension and joints. Eliminates toxins as well. Healthy for kidneys. Relieves allergies. It can be used as a salve, a tincture, or in tea. Soothes skin. Treats respiratory ailments. And it's got micronutrients in it. So these are very healthy for you as long as they're not sprayed with like a shit ton of chemicals in your backyard. Because I know a lot of people don't like weeds, but the majority of weeds that grow in our backyards, they're really healthy for you. And they have a lot of properties that can be used in your daily routine, like whether it be shakes or tea or even in your cooking. Same with dandelions too. Lamium purpureum. That's the word that they use for that. So it's 6 and 4, which is 10, which is 1. Okay, so they kind of look like that. A bit of a broad leaf, and the purple fuzzy flowers come up the top. You can look these up if you're interested. Okay, next one. Forget-me-nots. These are the tiny, tiny little flowers, and they come in blue, white, purple, and pink. All right, they look like this. They kind of grow it like that from the ground. They have like very long leaves, and then they have the tiny little flowers on them. They're a pain in the ass to fucking pick, but it's worth it. I've got so many growing in the backyard. And funny story, my nonna and my nono, they, on their wedding rings on the inside of the band, I believe they wrote Forget-Me-Not. If you ever look up the origin of the story of Forget-Me-Nots, I think it's something to do with like a knight, and he's picking flowers for his beloved, and he falls into the river, and then he like throws the flowers onto the river bank and says Forget-Me-Not, something along the lines of that. It's kind of sad, but also romantic, hopelessly romantic. Okay, so spiritual meaning for Forget-Me-Not: celebrate memory of somebody or the loss of a loved one. Fateful love, symbolism, true love, devotion, enduring love, truthfulness, promise. Also can be called the mouse's ear. Hope, awareness, loyalty, unforgotten, soul, time, space, at peace, and clarity. Can be also used to connect with the divine as well. So the medicinal properties of it would be help respiratory treatment, improve memory. It's also used as a diuretic as well. Lowers blood pressure, calms nerves, improves skin health, promotes sleep. Good for hair, nails, is an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, which is really big, guys. A lot of people are taking pills or taking medicine for properties to stop any inflammation in their body, right? Which causes a lot of issues. Nutrient rich, it's good for nosebleeds, asthma, lung diseases, bronchitis, allergies, aids in the formation of connective tissue and collagen, again, for youthful well-being, all right? And its technical term is Myosotis scorpioides. Myosotis scorpioides. And that is a 9, I think, and a 6, which breaks down to a 6, okay? And last but not least, I really gotta get this shit straightened out. Just give me a minute. I best not be tongue-tied when I'm doing my readings. Tell you that much. Maybe this will help. So I don't know about you guys, but it's been raining for almost 3 days now. It's at least been 3 days. I've got this like metal tin thing and it's like full of water. That's how many centimeters in rain we've had. Anyways, cloves. Now cloves have been well known for healing properties, okay? They have been used throughout centuries and they taste good. They smell fucking divine. And they are good for teeth and a whole bunch of other things, okay? So I'm just gonna, spiritual communication, all right? Removes negative energy or spells. Good for meditation, connection to spirit, calmness, higher realms of communication or consciousness, intuition, attract positive energy, protection, abundance, prosperity, focus. It's good for an offering as well to deities, and love. And it usually is in brown. It's like a brown with an orange tinge. What else we got here? How's the technical term? Syzygium. Forgive me for butchering these. I'll show you in a minute. Syzygium aromaticum. So that would be in total 16, which reduces to a 7. Like, try to pronounce this right here. Syzygium. Okay. So cloves, they're good for fighting cough and colds, freshens breath. You can chew on them. They're a bit potent, but it's good for you. Aids in gastric issues. So if you've got anything like IBS or some really serious issues with your intestines, or maybe you need a parasite cleanse or something like that, they're good for gastric issues. Fights nausea. Good for bloating, mouth ulcers, tooth and gum. Balances cholesterol, circulation, antiseptic, fiber, antiparasitic, antimicrobial, aging protection. So again, another thing that's growing in the backyard, or in this case, cloves you can buy at the fucking store. Good for aging. If you're always worried about aging or sagging, or I know I was worried a little bit there for the puffy eyes. I got one of those rollers. Feels so nice and cool. Anyways, if you're worried about the fountain of youth, you can always turn to Mother Nature. She loves you too. Okay, anti-carcinogenic, protects the liver, right? Again, cloves. So let's say you have 1 tea a day. If you're a heavy drinker or something like that. Same with, licorice root. That's good for your liver too, protects the liver. Protects against infection, boosts metabolism. So if you're worried about weight or anything like that, and is soothing as well. All right. And what else we got? Pine. This one I want to try getting some pine needles, soaking it in hot water like a tea, putting it in with my, after I've vacuumed, swept, and then rinse the floor with it. So put it in the water that I would be cleaning the floor with. I think you could do the same with, is it oregano or basil or something like that for good luck. I don't know, but pine's really good for warding off negative energies anyways, and it smells fucking fantastic. I mean, they made pine sol for floor cleaning to begin with, but that's heavy in chemicals, and I'm not a big fan. And I've got 3 kitties in here, and I worry about them walking all over it. Anyways, get to the point. So you got pine, which breaks down to a 9, and then pinus. Literally Pinus is like the technical word for it, which is a 7. And symbolism, pine needle. You'll see a lot of Masonic people or people in the higher ups with their, for the staircase going up, which is very symbolic. You'll have the bottom, you'll have like a pine cone, or at the front of their house or something like that. Symbolic for the pineal gland. Resilience, longevity, enlightenment, life, strength, spiritual connection, lasting, wisdom, surmount adversity, guidance, experience, healing, immortal or immortality, inner peace, hope, grounding, change, clarity, well-being, good luck, prosperity, and protection. Rebirth invites abundance, clarity, cleansing. And for some reason I underlined it when I was doing this. Clean sing. And yes, that's what pine looks like. You got the little pine cone in there. I haven't colored them yet. I'm going to be doing it for all of them. I think it looks pretty neat. It's a little bit, I could have spaced it out a little better, but I think I'll work as I go. So medicinal value, or we'll say herbal value, just in case. I don't want to get flagged on YouTube or anything like I'm claiming nothing. See a doctor if you're sick. If you trust yourself, do your research and let Mother Nature help you. So it's good for upper and lower respiratory. Okay, your respiratory tract. Good for stuffy nose. Treat and aid the lungs. Good for fevers, prevents infection, balances blood pressure, muscle and nerve pain. Anti-inflammatory, again, who knew? Skin ailments, so it's good for skin ailments. Antioxidants, anti-cellular damage, so I don't know if that would fall under the category of anything maybe being subject to radiation or something. Anti-parasitic, again. Antimicrobial, anti-aging for the pineal gland, right? Symbolic, pine. You could use the needles, and you can actually use the pine cones themselves too. You can get a small one and steep it, or you can pull it apart. You can use the sap. Heart protection, boosts immune system, good for prostate. Anti-fatigue, good for balancing blood sugar, helps vision, brain health, omega-3s, controls weight, protect from diseases, and preventing hair loss. So this is pine. And it's also good for warding off negative energy or evil spell work or any bullshit that insecure people have to throw at you. All right. So again, that is lilac, purple nettle, forget-me-not, cloves, and pine. And yet to come, we're going to be doing violet, woodworm, lemon balm, sumac, dandelion, rose, ceylon, green, honeybush, mandarin and orange, and echinacea. Echinacea is very good for your chest, guys. Very good for your lungs. If you have an issue breathing, or you have any kind of ailments to do with your respiratory tract, echinacea is high potency. You could get it in the bottle at the pharmacy, or if you can get it naturally, even better. But highly recommend that for those suffering. A lot of these things in here are natural. Okay, and the way that they cure certain things that we deal with on a regular, there's some things in here that actually help with what was it, somebody was complaining about their nose running and they're constantly worried about taking the pill for their allergies. That's it. There's some of these babies in here, these beautiful things from Mother Earth that help reduce any kind of issues with allergies. So the ones that cause it, like the pollen and stuff like that, there's ones that actually help reverse that and help with any of the side effects of it. Okay? So that's those ones. Hopefully you like that. Hopefully it's informative. Gives you a little bit of something to understand. There are so many things around us that they treat with chemicals and call it weeds, or they disregard it. They don't pay attention at all. It tastes fantastic. And there's a lot of times where I've had teas and I go into like a bit of a trance. It helps me calm my nerves. It helps me relax and get into a channeling mode, which I'm going to be doing because I want to do some of these videos for you guys. You've been waiting patiently. And I'm allowed to take a little bit of a breather too. I'm allowed to take rest when I'm called to do so. All right, so make sure you take care of you. Please do.